Mad skills.
Mad skills of Aegon. So, the quarterfinals of the 2019 Team Online Riichi Championship, with Aegon leading off, Kyril, Mr. Yakiman going second, and myself
Oh,
going
it's going.
last. Okay, good luck, sir.
You got this.
You have. Oh, I should also probably set the chat box to be the right chat box before I go much further than this.
Could be helpful.
Could be helpful.
Right,
Yeah.
let's...
Well, I've got to remember to do some shenanigans to try and add the delay in. I'm not sure it's necessarily going to work, but we'll see what we can do with that. But anyway, worst comes to it, I just asked Draconis to leap in for my behalf, and I can just comment and nod and prod him, especially if it looks as if we're going out.
Wait, can you do that? I thought you were locked
Well,
in.
no, I probably can't because I'm the captain and I have to arrange everything, so, nah, fine.
But yeah.
Okay,
Right,
Aegon is there. Who is he up against? He's up against 3 big hitters. Well, relative big hitters. Second Dan, a third Dan, and a fifth Dan, with a ranking of 1911.
It'll be fine.
Of course he'll be fine.
I believe in him. Slightly.
Indeed, I believe in him too. Even after seeing his discards in game 1. Oh dear. If I ever get back round to doing Shadowhawk Explains, which is a very slim possibility, I'm going to have to use Aegon's discards as an example of things.
Fair.
I have enough material for an entire series on how to actually play Mahjong using, obviously, Tenho games, but I have to go and do mass sorting of them. But I have a feeling that this tournament game is going to present some examples.
Well, yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully good examples of things that are correct to do.
Yes. Draw all the good tiles and get the Yakuban.
That would be nice. I was so tempted to go for orphans in one of the games. I was like, no, this is dumb.
I didn't see an orphans possibility in any of your games, so...
I think it was the 7. I was like, yeah, no.
No, I would have possibly noted an orphans. I know you had a couple of bad hands, but bad hand and can go for orphans are two different animals.
7 outside and not an orphans thing.
No, you need 10 to even
9 or 10?
10 to consider it, and 11 to go for it, really.
Okay. But yeah.
But yeah, even 10, you're not likely to pull it off.
Which game is the official stream going to choose? I'm really curious now.
I can't really check because obviously they have 2 audio streams, but hopefully they'll watch you. I don't know if they know about your Yakuman, but
We shall see.
We shall definitely see.
I'm waiting. He's not clicked on anything yet because he's munching on some food.
Begin the munching. Well, also he can't stream it for another 5 minutes anyway, so just wanted to give Aegon some good luck before everything started.
I've got stream muted. Just want to know if I want to see a professional's take on Aegon's move.
Which, you know, they like the newcomers, and they can see he's obviously beginner rank. So
don't think they'll
assume he's a Smurf account. Clearly, after game 1, he'll somehow hit a buyman, and they'll accuse him of being a Smurf.
It's possible. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
That just means they'll play seriously and he'll lose horribly. But you know.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for the Pepper, DNC, Lily, and name I can't pronounce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he's hovering over that game, so we'll see. When our game actually starts, I'll switch around.
Well, about a minute, man. But, you know, we'll be fine. We have to finish top 2, so one way or another, we're going to have to do some more extreme pushing. But you never know. We might get lucky.
Yes. Could
if Aegon can keep his defensive game play up, I know he was making some really silly discards, but that was only in a sense of trying to get to a finished hand. If he actually makes some decent defensive plays, there's a chance he could get out in second.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Some people will play really badly, lose about 20,000 points, and then
exactly. As long as everybody deals into the same person.
Yes.
You know, we aren't objecting to one player running away with the game. We're objecting to a close, tight game where we are at the bottom by a landslide.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to exit and reload because it seems to work when I do this. Nope, not yet.
Yeah. Aegon.
Aegon. Aegon.
Game started yet? Not quite.
Nope, it's been deliberately slow. Let's go, Aegon. Indeed. Draconis, by the way, decided he didn't want to play because Aegon was too good for him.
Also, his internet was being a little bit wobbly. And I can understand wobbly internet.
Well, here's the thing. Would Draconis with bad internet have been better than Aegon? With
probably
a toaster's internet?
Let's not say that. That's mean. But probably.
Ah, it's fine. He'll get us through somehow.
We shall see. Okay. It begins.
It does, in fact, begin. Okay, Aegon has a Dora, reasonably good Manzu start, is the starting dealer, did not get the Tenho. God darn it, Aegon, we gave you one job.
one day, we'll get it. Okay. An early call, which I suppose makes sense given the hand. But...
yeah, he's got a double bonus, so he's going to call that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he had one job. Yes, he did.
You had one job, yeah.
Okay, can toss the east because all four of those are now gone. So,
okay, is he going to keep the dragons this time?
It's not an easy calling hand he's got here, but he does have a pair of dragons. Your vision is about a fraction ahead of mine.
Okay, I don't know why.
Also, Khan, which gives extra Dora for Aegon. Dragon call, go for it. Yes.
At this point, he does have...
He should have got rid of the 1-2 over the 7-8s, but...
yeah.
But he's 2 away. With
I guess
double Dora.
8s is a pair, I suppose, but... 5, 6, 7, okay, so...
oh, we can call that. Decided not to, but oh, vindicated. Get rid of the 1-2. No, gets rid of that one.
Probably would have kept the 5 there. Well...
the thing is,
the
the only reason we're getting rid of that would be to go into a half flush, which doesn't really work with a hand. Because now he's going to have to toss Fedora.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now, you might draw a second one, but it's unlikely. We'll see. Okay.
Well,
oh, okay.
Still needs that free man to come off.
To be fair, the 4 is dead.
Yeah, 4 is dead, but...
so the 3 for 5 is... yeah.
Does mean it's 2 frees and likely safe-ish. Oh, we're going to have a deal in? We're going to have a deal in. Jinitsu.
Okay. It's fine. It's not 8.
It isn't. Jinitsu Dora 1. Yeah, Dragon 2 Dora would have been fine. Yeah. So, no objections at all with Aegon's hand, particularly. And I'm getting a ping from Mara.
Rid of the 7. But, yeah.
So, solid start. Now, if we can have that player on the left get a deal in from back rank, then we're in business.
Aegon has the Easts.
Yeah, this is an okay start. It's not. Unfortunately, the rest of the hand's a little bit messy, but
yeah,
we'll see where he is after 2 more on his house.
For the 2 Dora, that'd be quite nice, but.
If he does pull another north, then maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't have doubt that.
It's aggressive, but it's... we'll see.
7, 8, 9. That's not bad. If he's
you are ahead of me, and it's slightly bothering. I'm gonna have to. Hold on. I'm gonna exit and re-get back in. Hold on.
I could. Okay, if we both refresh at the same time, like you'll join the game at the same time.
No, it's fine. Okay, so. Okay.
Joining in 3, 2, 1.
I think Aegon dealt in. Sorry, we were in a brand new hand, and I suddenly thought, hold on.
Yeah, Aegon dealt the 9, which is 3 and an 8 and 9. I don't know. Not sure if I would have, but we'll see. Yeah.
It's fine. So south. Long pause. 1. I'm just getting for how synced we are. That's all.
Yeah. The good thing is that we are going quite quickly. Haven't been too many dealer repeats. Okay. Does Aegon not know what the numbers
are? No idea, in all honesty. He might also...
Because he had the 6-7 and got rid of the 7. And decided to go for a 4-6.
We've been debating this for a while, but we've also established he almost certainly does know them.
Okay. Yeah. Unless he was so set on the 4-5-6 and just didn't notice the 6-7 there.
Maybe. Well, it's not a disaster at the moment. In any case, we're in East 3, and again, as long as it's a quick game, he can't get too far behind.
Yes.
Gee. And it looks as if everybody's interested in a quick game. I know. I imagine Jinkito is more interested in trying to get things going. Also, I've covered up my chat because somebody was talking to me on Discord.
Snope and Tanya with a red 5.
Sagan has a couple of Dora. True.
It's not particularly valuable what they're going for anyway. Like possibly Sanchiku, but I don't see it.
Don't toss the red, sir. There we go. I realise red would be completely safe, but it's still good practice for him not to discard the red here.
See, I probably would have because
his hand's not close enough. If it was Tenpai, sure, absolutely, but
yeah.
But at this stage, in most practical situations, if the game has gone 9 turns and none of that dragon has been discarded, somebody's got at least a pair of them. But again, Mahjong is weird and situational, and at this point it's completely safe, and it's just going to hinder his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
But you'd expect somebody to have dragons by now.
True.
Okay. I mean, that's not too far away now. He just needs a bit of help on one of the closed weights to be Ishanten. I mean, if he wanted to go for a Tanyo, he could have called that, but against a double call and another call this late in the game, probably too risky.
Open Tanyo with no bonus tiles is not worth it anyway, really.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's not strictly... There's no Tenpais, actually, but, it's still risky with what the board's... Oh, there we go.
Okay, well, there we go.
2, so ideally, but could get rid of a 9 here.
Yeah, 2 or 9, whichever. Okay. I think Aegon's folding.
Darn you, Aegon. All right, fine.
3 is a terrible thing to fold on. What?
Well, it's safe against the player in first, which is the complete opposite of our grand strategizing.
I can keep the... No, okay. Well,
if this is the feature game, confusion is happening. And we have...
it's not, thankfully. Well, or perhaps not, thankfully, depending on your point of view. But,
all right. Well,
yeah.
Good news is I have a Tenpai, but it's late game. Unfortunately, it's for dealer. He's got it, and Aegon's 1 from Tenpai here. If a Red Dragon does come out, but he can't deal in, so this is fine. Okay, dealer picks up some cheap points.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are we looking at then? This is okay. Extra 5 helps.
Yeah. Question is he going to go for 7 pairs?
Almost certainly. This is Aegon.
This is Aegon, yes.
Again with the double east, indeed. Double east and a quite quick hand if you can get lucky and get that last piece in.
Gets a 9.
You could get rid of the 1 man there on the basis it's basically the same, whether it's a 1-2-3 or a 2-3-4.
Yeah. Just on the off chance he drew a 5 or something.
Yeah. But depends on focus. There we go. Tenpai on the 7. Get rid of a 9 here. Or again, you can get rid of the 1 as well, the 1 man, because again, you're beating the same thing. The only marginal upside of having that shape is that a 5 gives you a potential for a double run, but you still need multiple tiles to make that work.
And of course, immediately after doing the 9, you get an 8. But I guess 9.
Sure, but you probably should just keep going.
9.1 man.
No, I'd have kept going with that. I mean, there's a... Oh, actually, that's awesome, then.
Ooh.
Right. Toss the 1 of the 4. I suppose that's fine. I'd have been inclined to try and secure Tanyo, but that's the only reason why you get rid of a 1 in this situation, I guess. Without difference. 1 away. Sumo from the dealer. So we got a couple of players who are leaping ahead, which is not ideal, but we're in 3rd. And not a million miles away from the top, so... Depends how long this dealer repeat goes on for, in all honesty.
I mean, as long as it's other people dealing in, I don't mind.
Yeah. That was Sumo, so basically no difference other than he gets further away. Well, no double ton this time. Okay, useful for your draws. Gets rid of middle tiles, which is okay. I'd probably be inclined to get rid of a dragon here if you don't draw another one right now, especially as one's just been proven.
Just shoo green away. I don't know why. I think Ager's trying to purge suits, which I don't quite know why he wants to do that right now. Something I used to do a lot.
Yeah, it's tempting, but a middle tile in an alien suit, and I have no idea why he's still not getting rid of the green. But
yeah,
alien tile in a third suit is usually going to be more beneficial than an edge tile in a suit you already have.
Yes.
Okay, now you've got to get rid of that green. You'll probably get rid of a 9.
Is this because
he got rid of the 5 so here, which...
Is this because we complained about him getting rid of the green last time? So now he's not getting rid of the green?
Well, there's now 2 of them gone, so he's got no reason to keep it now.
Yeah.
No, he'll get rid of the 5 dot. Yeah.
And now he's probably going to regret dropping that 4 earlier.
Probably.
But,
again, middle tiles are more likely to have things drawn around them that be useful.
Exactly.
3 pairs. Got to get rid of green here.
So you get rid of the 9, but no 7.
What?
What's he trying to do? Okay, so he's got the 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay.
He's not going for pairs then, because that's what I thought he was going for.
No, he can't be doing that. Is he trying to be safe? But the 7 wasn't discarded by anyone previously, so I don't think he's trying that.
He seems to have one plan for how the hound's going to go, and now he's discarding anything that doesn't fit.
I mean,
I just don't know what hand he's building to.
Yeah, because it's not Tanya, because the 9's the dragon.
Yeah, Tanya is impossible. You can get in all runs, but...
Is he just trying to...
If he ends up with a 5-man, he gets a nice weight. This is true.
True, yeah.
But there are easier ways to get to pin through from here.
Yes.
And I mean, in a normal player's hand, I wouldn't say you'd get rid of a 9s or a 6, but this being Agen...
Nice, quick look at what other people are doing. Tenpai from the
because ultimately Agen's defense falls apart in this situation by somebody doing a silent Tenpai or effective silent Tenpai. And now I'm clueless.
I'm more just trying to look at what other people are doing right now.
Winning.
Yeah. I mean, on the plus side,
no, he's still
third. Back rank.
Still third. Has dragon in this hand. Couple of pairs. This one could go somewhere. Now the dealer turn. This could be good.
Having said that, East currently has what 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Yeah, it's not special. Maybe we'll see.
7 pairs is a slow hand though, officially. So
yes, but if you start with 5, you might as well go for it. If you start with 4, I consider it. I don't necessarily commit, like, you know. But double run is closed only, isn't it?
Yeah, same with single run.
Yeah.
There we go. Sequence. Get rid of the rare. Gets rid of the loose 8. Okay, fine.
Okay.
I suppose. Nah. Okay. He's pretty away from a half flush, which is the only other thing I might be considering him going for at this stage, especially as he still hasn't really got rid of any of his stuff there.
I keep the red 5 though, honestly.
Yeah, red 5 was fine to keep. That's why we kept it. Mostly because it's a Dora rather than because it's a useful middle tile. But
yeah,
there we go, dragon. So
Okay.
he can now call anything.
Is he reaching? No, he can't reach.
No, he's not reaching yet. Nick, we one away.
Okay.
But yeah,
so this
2
could
Dora.
actually be a small
White
win.
dragon, 2 Dora. He can call and get there.
He can commit.
If it wasn't
You're gonna
5
go
minutes
in,
in the
go in.
past, I'd be going into chat and saying, go for it. There's still some 9s out there. 9 or a 6. 4 or a 7.
If you're gonna call, he could call it. It would lower the value of his hand drastically, but
He could call that, and
Would put him
no,
in
it wouldn't really lower it. He'd just have free. So it'd still be free hand. That's still perfectly valid. I'd have gone there, played the 7, been in a 9/6 weight, which unfortunately, the 9/6 weight isn't likely. I have no idea why he called that, but he is now tempai on that 4/7.
4/7.
Riichi.
Red 5, which is called.
Problem is that 7s are all gone.
Yep. He does not that he's in got the knowledge of this, but yeah, he's got 2 4s left.
Yeah.
And actually, no, 2 4s and a 7.
It's
Actually,
2 4s
sorry.
and 1 7. But,
But
yeah,
he's
3 of them
folded.
are gone.
He's gone no, thank you against the reach.
Which I understand.
Home.
Or maybe he hasn't.
But maybe he hasn't.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
he
too
meant to
safe
do that.
against the reach. And the 1's safe. So he has 2 safe tiles. Okay.
Well,
would have
he's
gone to
showing
two tiles.
aggression. The problem is he's now in last.
Yes.
But that did technically even out the game, at least in terms of fighting for second.
I'm going to put some work in. I don't think. I don't know if
Well,
I can
we're going to
call-
have to put some work in. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know if I can get lucky twice in a row. We'll see.
It's all good, sir. Alright, goes red.
Okay.
This actually is a quite strong hand as a dealer.
It is.
If he can get the south early enough, then that's done. Call everything. If he doesn't get the south, it's still looking good for a Pinfu hand, so should get rid of the 8 of a 2. Tries to get rid of a 2 rather than the 8. No difference, really.
Yeah. If he Pinfus, reaches 1 Dora, maybe gets the 9, maybe.
Possible Itsu.
Possible Itsu.
I'm not even saying that's a possible Itsu, but it is.
Okay.
Only
I mean,
it's now a possible
that
Itsu, but it
helps.
gets rid of the 8.
8
8 dots.
would be my
Yep. Hey, he's on song.
He's
He's
only
now
2 away from Itsu. This
yeah,
actually is a
no, this
possibility
is now a possible Itsu. Though I have no idea what he's going to cut. This being Aegon to get this possible Itsu. Tempai. He's done it.
Yeah.
Reach.
Is he reach?
Reach. Yep. South 5. Reach, Dora, possible south. And he is the dealer, of course, so...
Riichi.
Yep,
Pursuit Reach. The important thing is, this is also a double Suji for the 5, but
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see. There's 1 south. Hey, he's done it!
Long.
Aegon's got a
Yes!
win!
Aegon's one hand!
South, Reach, South, Dora.
And he draws
And
3!
3, yes! Aegon's back on top!
Yes!
It may not last, but he's done a thing.
Aegon's first in South 1! Yes! Good on you, Aegon. I'm proud.
You realise now, of course, that with all of his silly plays and all the comments I've made, if we lose points in our rounds now, we are in deep trouble.
I'm probably going to lose points in my round. I like the real talk.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going
absolutely.
to play my game, but we're going to see.
Oh,
I would have
okay.
lost points if it wasn't for
So,
Jacobin.
you've had your jam overflow moment. Aegon has just had a jam overflow moment. And I had one that was kind of a jam overflow moment in my game as well. We are now out of luck officially.
No, it's fine. Don't think about that.
Well, the thing is, Aegon's hand is still good here.
It actually is pretty good.
It's not worth a lot, unfortunately, but it's quick.
No. But Syrian's in dealer, is it an extra 300? Is it for a first repeat?
Yeah, the extra 300 points on the table, but you know that's irrelevant. It's just either repeats and picking up extra points here. I don't know why he got rid of the 4 actually, because he already had.
He had a triplet. There, unless he's just like, I need a pair. Nah. I don't want a triplet. I want
Securing
a
a pair is somewhat important in hand building, but it's not
green.
Not that important when you got a triplet, because you can always cost it at the end of the stage rather than the beginning. You can always break a triplet down to a pair at the end of it once you get to the the nitty gritty.
Yes.
But
I guess 8's looking pretty good right now to discard.
Yeah, oh, there we go. This is looking a very good pin through at the moment.
Okay, he's going for the 6, but that's
no,
fine.
it's not. It doesn't change much. It's now establishing that the 4 is definitely the pair for him, and he probably has to get rid of one of those anyway. So 4 7 1 4 multiple options with this. Get rid of a 2.
Yep. It's not a whole lot of value, but if he
I tell you what, Egan has just done the anti whatever her name is, because now it's the South round. He's suddenly playing well.
Okay, gets another 4. Does he want to keep that 4?
Yes, he wants to keep the 4 in this instance. Get rid of the 8.
Yeah, but does Egan actually want to keep that 4?
No idea. The thing is, he's given up a Khan.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, that's fine.
I guess. We don't want Egan Khanning in first. That could go very wrong.
I'd have been inclined to get rid of the 8, because you're most likely getting rid of that 8 regardless of what you draw around it. So.
Yeah.
And you never know. Something like that. Something like that 3 could have been useful earlier. But doesn't matter. Get rid of the 3 now.
Okay.
Oh, Egan.
Egan.
You had it and you threw it away.
It's okay. He just needs to ride on this luck and end up like about where he started. It'll be fine. I do think that if anyone of these players does watch the replay, they'll just cry inside. I lost to that.
Well, he hasn't lost to it yet.
No. So is Egan looking for the double run? Now he's discarded.
I think he's folding against the player up top. So I'm just noticing their discard patterns against what Egan's done recently. So
yeah, I guess.
I think he's folding for the West Wind. I'm not sure why he's decided that, but in all honesty, the West Wind has done quite a few odd discards this round. But he's still basically nowhere, so I don't know.
Still one Shantan, technically.
I wonder if there's levels of bluffing and counter bluffing going on, because the real threat is the player to the right, who actually still isn't in Tempai yet.
Yes.
The important thing as dealer is you are the player people need to worry about. Or should he? Well, Egan is... I was about to say Egan had got himself back into near Tempai with that, but no.
I don't know. I guess he's committed to folding. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. He finally got rid of the 8.
When I said committing to folding, I just didn't mean to be tempted to discard the dangerous tile 3 turns later. Or at least the tile you decided to fold on, if it's still dangerous.
Well, again, back into one chance.
If he ends this in Tempai, it's just going to be the most bizarre discard pattern in history. There's no 4s left, actually, so I don't know how he's going to manage it, but... Oh, dear God, he's going to manage it.
No one was in.
To be fair, though, that's the easiest way to lose your dealership.
Yeah, that's good, actually.
That's actually good for us. One less turn, we're still in the lead.
Maybe everyone's trying to read Egan. They just can't. They can't think out what he's trying to do.
I like to think that's the plan, but I don't know for sure. Because they can see his rank. They know he's a beginner. But then again, they also know he made it. So...
Yes. If they looked at the score, they would have noticed. But no, it's fine.
He didn't lose that many points, though, and that doesn't suggest beginner.
That is true.
It suggests tight game, he just ended on the bad side of it, and that happens. You'll find even the best players will occasionally have a game where they lose 10,000 points,
Touching wood.
Indeed. Dear God, is Egan's luck in, though.
I know, right?
If he draws for 7 now... 7 bamboo, he has a Pinfu hand. No, he doesn't have a Pinfu hand, of course, but he's got Tempai with Dora.
Wrong 7.
Wrong 7. Of course it's the wrong 7.
Okay, so he's tossing Dora. No one took it, okay.
Okay. You know what he might be thinking? Suanko.
Wrong.
I bet there is probably some part of him that's like, yeah, I can get that.
The good
Aegon's
news is
second
that is
by a pretty significant
no.
margin.
Look at that. That is a real help. Our margin to second is now 24,000 points. Into South 3.
Okay, so West is Dora. We'll let Aegon keep it. It's also his win.
He can get rid of it now. It's his win, so he probably shouldn't. But equally, it's Dora, and in this position, we want to try and minimize. Well, I don't know what Aegon's thinking, but I would be trying to minimize the points of the other two.
Yes.
So to that end, don't discard it ever under any circumstances,
Yeah,
because you do not want to give away points. Because this is a solid. I mean, if this ends roughly in this position, this is better than we could have hoped.
Yeah, exactly. Probably would have gone 9 there, but okay.
Okay.
At least it's gone. No one took it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm hoping he doesn't think East is a bonus here.
9?
9 or 6. He'll probably play the 6 this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'd keep the 6 just in case.
I would keep the 6 as well, but you know.
It's Aegon. It's fine. He's playing on a level unlike.
Yeah, he's playing on a level beyond your mere understanding of the game. And he's getting his 7 pairs in.
He is going.
Thankfully, he did not call that.
He did call that though.
He did call that though.
Okay, so Toy then.
Or get rid of the East and take a Tanyo. We're all wrong.
2, 3, 4 sound Shaku. Yeah, no, sadly not.
We are all wrong.
It could have been.
Could have been. Yeah, could have been.
But you know.
All right, get rid of.
So
Toy is the plan then. You should get rid of the East still because there's an argument for getting rid of the East here anyway because now we look as if we're in a Shinitsu as well, and it maximizes the chances that we're actually going for a Shinitsu based on our discards. Now he still needs to get a pair of something. So
yeah, last base still attacking this because.
Well, he's got to. Yeah, he needs some points.
I'd keep the 8 at this point just to try and
get rid of the 4. Try and keep the okay, fine. It's minimizing opponent's discards. Is really it.
Yeah.
But I would still have been time to get rid of the pair of Easts there, just because that looks as if you're upgrading from a half flush to a full flush.
Yeah.
By the way, he needs to draw something that pairs up the other tiles at this stage, which, looking at what's available, doesn't look good.
He's not going to go with that red 5.
He shouldn't do. Okay. No. See, he's now losing his safe play.
Yes.
Well, the good news is he can't deal into this 3/6 Tempai, I don't think.
True.
Well, actually, there's one more 6 left, so.
Hello, Aegon.
Hello.
By the way, Aegon.
How did it go?
We are suitably impressed.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it means that I should be getting ready, right?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh, you should have gone with a 4 there, but I know you're trying to play safe, so.
Alright,
we're a little confused by South 2 and South 3, but your South 1 was near perfect. I know you got lucky with Eurodura, but that was perfect, sir.
I'm not going to complain with you getting lucky with Eurodura. That's absolutely fine in my book.
Indeed.
Alright, let's actually look at the stream.
Alright, good luck, Kyril.
I will try.
I realise it's not going to be for another 5 minutes or so, but you know.
Alright. Oh no, saying about to be late.
You played safe again. Perfect.
But he actually played safe. Wow, okay.
Yep, he kept the 6. He kept the 6.
I don't know what instincts happened there, but...
he didn't keep the 6.
Oh.
Or did he?
Oh, you're still on the round.
He's still aggressively calling and kept that 6.
You're still on the penultimate round.
Yep.
Yes.
I was panicking at that point.
That's fine. Get rid of
That's
5.
what happened. You
Get rid of 5,
panicked, discarded the 6. 1,000 points, though.
I know. I was just...
Had you discarded the other one, though, you'd have been perfect, but...
I was so relieved when it was just 1,000 points.
Yeah, you honestly did well, and that's the only real that's not even really a mistake, except that the way you folded was probably wrong, because it felt like you were trying to fold and be aggressive and push for the win at the same time. Which
kind of worked.
it kind of could. There was a game where everybody went when there was no turn, your deal around in the last one, and I think that was because they were unsure about what you were doing from your discards.
Which is fine.
Now, me and Cairo have played with you and are well aware that this is how you play. But yeah, it looks as if they were just counter.
Wow, two
They were
souths, two
unsure
greens.
after that Hanneman hand. Also, this last hand of yours looks really good. You should be calling everything with this.
Oh, really?
Yep. We're about to see whether you do. But yeah, you got a pair of dragons, pair of south, both bonus tiles for you. You're also sitting south. You've now got your set of souths.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
This looks really strong. I mean, the 9s are unfortunate when they come out because of the player across from you, I don't think. But now you've got souths, you got a winning hand anyway. So 9 call.
Boom.
Yes, there we go. 5 dots. Good call. 1 from Tenpai. Just waiting on that green dragon.
Apologies, you can hear people downstairs.
And that 9 might actually come out of that hand up top, actually. Oh no, he's decided not to play it that way. Reach. White dragon is the last one, so it should be safe, yes.
Why are some of the tiles orange?
Because of the way it shows it on the replay, the orange tiles are the tiles that are winners for somebody on the table.
Ah. So if I discarded the 8, that guy would have won.
Yeah, he wins on a 2 or an 8. Hence why his tiles are glowing like that as well. 2s and 8s are winners for him. It sometimes gets a bit confusing when there's multiple players with winners, but you know.
Yeah.
It's just a little visual cue when you're looking back at the game, so... It's also helpful when you're analysing to sort of see what tiles are actually dangerous. Oh, shame that wasn't 9. You'd have been in Tenpai from that.
My game hasn't started yet. Let's actually check.
It's a 5-minute delay, so... And they have 5
My
minutes.
game actually hasn't started yet.
5-minute delay and a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
So it should be
It should
until
finish around the
9.
time or it should be ready about that time, assuming
Yeah.
everybody has said they are. And obviously the hosts have to get ready on that, so... They normally ask about it, so...
Boom.
Oh wow, I've just seen the score! Hagen! You were awesome!
Wait, what's going on?
I've seen the score at the end of the round!
Oh wow. Okay.
I have no idea how you're getting this though, because I'm just looking at the Oh, why would you bring that up? Okay, that was a mistake from them. They should not have given you that, but well done anyway. Mungan.
Nicely done.
You've hit a Hanneman and a Mungan and have brought us into game 2 with a huge lead to third.
Brilliant. Okay.
Right, Hagen?
I will try not to ruin this.
I think when we get to the semi-finals, we're going to have words with Draconis about who's the better player.
No, seriously. Good job, Egan. I will try my best not to ruin this.
Well, good luck, sir. Don't worry too much about it.
Nah, yeah.
Your main objective here, if you're going to deal into the leader, but just play your game.
Okay, my game has just started, so...
Indeed. Good luck.
Wish me luck.
You have luck.
Now I want to know if this game was the one that was broadcast.
I don't think it was. I think they were broadcasting one of the other games, unfortunately. But no, genuinely, you play well. Sorry, I've just accidentally brought my own thing up. Oh dear. Now, if Haro can pick up a Yakuman, then it's all up to me to throw this game away. Right, I'm just going to take a quick 2-minute break, so I'll be back in a moment. Entertain the YouTubes with your victory song!
I can gloriosus, I conqueror of thousands, I subduer of the meek, the destroyer of the grief, the No. How does that song go anyway? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me, then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
It was apparently only a short victory song. Oh dear. But no, I mean, in terms of what you need to do to improve as a player, really, because oddly, and it's confusing because normally it's the other way around, you've got defensive play down, you just can't build a hand properly. And normally that's the reverse of the problem that everybody has. They learn how to build hands and they have no idea how to defend.
Yeah, fan cam, right?
Hmm?
Nothing, just talking to chat.
Aranak, Aegon is the greatest player who has ever lived. Kyril has got a Yakuman, and I am currently the disappointment on this team. Because I lost points in the third round by doing silly things. But we've qualified second, and we are currently second going... Well, actually, no, we're currently leading going into this. And all Kyril has to do is maintain position, and we are going to the semi-finals of the team tournament. Unfortunately, what the problem Kyro's got is that I think he's got the highest ranking of the staff players in his game. it is complicated. There's a lot going on with it. But in general, you can pick it up by playing. As proof of Aegon, who has never had any formal knowledge of how to do this, but was able to win in the quarterfinals of an actual event against genuinely good players. I was looking at this. You are the absolute beginner rank because you just started. You're up against a third Dan, who's a level above me, a fourth Dan, and a fifth Dan. Genuinely good players. And you genuinely bamboozled them in your South Dealer repeat. Because they had no idea what you were doing. Oh dear. But I'm always open for questions if you want to ask me stuff and things. Obviously, less likely once we get into round 3 when I'm playing, but please ask questions. I will try and explain things, and you never know. You never know, I might be able to impart some knowledge about how the game is done. In retrospect, Kyril is a 9th Q, which is the beginner rank. That goes 9 up to 1, and then Dan's go 1 up to 9. Which I think 9 is the highest anybody's got on Tenho, in terms of things, but we're all in negative sort of ranking score, which is the universal scale. It starts at 1500. If you lose games against similar players, you lose less points than if you lose... Sorry, you lose more points than if you lose games to players who are much higher than you. It basically does that sort of ELO scaling. But both me and Kyril, and I think Aegon, if he ever played this, would be in negative point scores. Although actually, your ELO's probably gone massively up if this supplies ELO. We'll have to have a look at that later. Alright, just waiting to see if we can get this refreshed, and then we'll see what Kyril can do. Or has done. Obviously with a 5-minute delay.
I just love the thought of just several people. What the hell is he doing?
Well, you know how it is. It's obviously a tight game. 2 players probably wanted to attack more, but weren't sure that it was safe to do so against you. Because you were playing a lot of middle tiles in that suit. And then you started moving to middle tiles in another suit. Which meant they suddenly didn't want to play anything on the edges. One player was making calls, but he was actually getting a bit unlucky with his thing. But yeah, genuinely they were folding against everybody. Okay, here we go. So Kitek, beginning off, has Alien Wind, couple of pairs. Not a bad starting hand, just not very valuable. So let's see what he can do. South to start. Big threat obviously is player across, who's in last place, has a really nice starting hand. But again, I'm going to mostly focus on what Kyril's doing, and then I'll just observe the others as it goes. Okay, good draw. So 6, 7, 8 Sanjiku is a potential option for a hand. Needs a lot of draws to make that work, but potentially. He could also go Toy Toy. So let's get rid of the middle 5, which is fine in this situation. Most of his other stuff is doing work. He should probably get rid of one of his pairs soon. The north or the free. Probably the north is safest. Or he can go for 7 pairs. Because his hand is kind of there. Oh yeah, the points carry over. So we now continue on from Aegon's amazing gain of 19,100 points. On top of the starting 100,000. So yeah, points carry on.
Like Saki.
Indeed. Like Saki, as you continually say. So genuinely amazing work, yeah. What this does mean is that the points we gain are at risk by continuing, but it also means that you can pile on against certain players here. And we really want Picnic and Yulon to start losing points. The good news is, the player in second, just a little behind Aegon. Oh, was that 7 pairs? 7 pairs, Tenpai.
Riichi.
Don't keep the green dragon. Good. Alright. Reach on the 8. Unfortunately, I don't think that 8's going to come off. But Kyril deciding to lead off with the aggression.
So, oof.
His best...
Yeah, that guy's unlikely to discard the 8 because it's a pair and that guy has it in line.
It's more likely to come out of the player to the left because if he draws a 7, then he'd get rid of that 8.
Uh-huh.
But now he's discarded a 9, that's less likely. He might decide to do it as a safe tile later, depending, but it's likely a dead draw. What this might do, though, is just be a threat to everybody else. The problem is, of course, player across has decided, no, we're taking this. So he's winning on a 6 or a 9.
And Kyril has lost.
And Carnage, which is definitely a bad move usually, but he is in absolute last place. And he's dealt in! How did he get Condor? Please tell me he got some Condor out of that. Oh, unfortunate. But, okay, the perfect start continues. So, as long as we can keep burying the players in the last 2 positions, I should have a very easy run of my game. But yeah, that was very unlikely to come off. But he went aggressive, and this is why you don't be aggressive against a Riichi. So here we're looking at just another quick, cheap dragon hand, which I don't think we'd object to at all at this point.
I trust those next to the names are the ranks.
Yes. So Kyril's 9th Q, 3rd Dan. It was easier to see when it was all level.
Yeah.
7th Dan on the right. That he's a massively good player.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what does rank matter? We might be making it into the semi-finals for the teams. And as stated, we have to work out whether you're a better pick than Draconis at that point. Okay, Dragon Call. So, 4th, 6, 8 is a really good waiting pattern because obviously he wants any of those middle tiles and he can just discard the one he doesn't use when he gets it. But that will get him one away. Still a bit to go, but he's in form, in the lead. Why not? The slight thing that's going to be an advantage here is that both the players on low points need to start winning. So they'll probably play things a little more risky.
Yeah.
Oh, good draw. Okay, he should probably now cut the 4, leave this 4, 6, 8 shape. So cut the 4 dot here, because this gives him a run and a 1 free weight. But he has decided to cut that shape. I saw you doing this quite a lot. This is 4, 6, 8 is a really that sort of interspersed waiting pattern is really good. What gets really awkward is when it's your last thing and you have no idea what to get rid of on that side. But oh, he's calling too much. No, I think he's gone over aggressive here because he doesn't have his pair yet.
The pair of 5. Oh.
No, Kyril doesn't have a pair at all. So
yeah, he doesn't even have a sequence orb.
So, you know, it's not even as if he's in a Tenpai weight at this point. So now he's going to deal in, and that was a bit too aggressive. But he did deal into the player who we don't care about losing points to. In a weird way, we care much less about losing points to him than we do about losing points to the other two, because they conversely gain a lot more. But the gap now, 26,000 points. So we'll hope he learns from that about being aggressive and playing safely. Something you did rather well. Or rather better, at least. But he's now dealer, so... Aegon definitely. What do I know? Indeed. What do you know, in fact? Well, I suppose you could always just take my spot. Okay, so... Unfortunately, Karo's hand's not really good for Tanyo, so he can't really make a lot of aggressive calls here to get there, but the hand itself is developing quite nicely. Ton from the player who we expect to go away with the win here. Not helpful, but we now have a player in Tempai. Unfortunately, that's a Yakulus Tempai, I think, so he's not going to get a win even if we ever were to discard a 4 at this point.
That's the upper one.
No, it's the player to the left.
Ah.
He's on a free 5 close away. But he doesn't have a legal hand, so he can't win at this point. But he's technically on 4 is a winning tile if you were to draw it. Now, of course, we got the player on the right to worry about who does have a legal hand because he's got the Easts. It's cheap again, East and Dora. But... See, now he's gone for the Reach. Now his 4-dot is live. And he can win with a 4 if it comes off. Again, a bit desperate, but, you know, he's desperately trying to claw back into second, so he'll take any points he can get. Red isn't safe. He'll start cutting things. Yep. Perfect. Points from the player in third. Not many, but enough. Gap to third, now 29,000 points. And we're almost out of the East round. So, Kara's got another nice hand here. We've got Dora. Dora, a couple of pairs that he can build upon. Oh, 2 Dora, actually, sorry. Needs a couple of close weights to get things definite, but not bad at all. Cuts to 1, which I guess makes sense in this context. He's already got the freeze there for repair, so... She needs to close one of those up, or possibly go into a weird all pairs hand. That situation, I suppose, is a possibility. Gets rid of Dora now. I'd have probably still been inclined to throw the 1 first, but... But he's got Tanyo as a thing, although it'd be much easier if he could get the 6 rather than the 9 there. Drop to pair. Most importantly, Tara's just not got to panic and not do anything silly. And he should be able to just walk his way to a good ending of this by the south round. Okay, so now that's a double bonus tile weight for the dealer. And dealt in. So our gap to third increases again. Half flush, dragon. And double Dora. Good, good. Alright, gap now is 41,000 to both the players in those positions. Actually, here's the other scenario that could happen. If one of those 2 players busts out, I think the result stands. I don't know for sure whether we continue on with negative scores or not. So... If Ampto manages to go on a bit of a rampage here and destroy and kill the other 2 players off, I mean, 70,000 is a lot of points, so I'm not saying it's a definite thing, but could happen. Could happen. You know, Akaro's still getting some good draws in. Also, I've just seen dragon. 1 from hand, 2 from the wall. If they're grayed out, that means they were just dealt upon drawing, so he was really unlucky. Which is exactly the way your luck goes when you are in third place 40,000 points beyond qualifying. Kyrill's still drawing well. So he's up to 4 pairs again, but I don't think he's necessarily going for a 7 pairs hand or anything. Not yet, anyway. He's more likely to make use of any triplets he can pull together. Meanwhile, the dealer is 1 from Tenpai as well, so...
Sorry about that. Just went away for a bit.
That's fine. I've just been muttering to myself, as I always do in these sorts of things. Okay, so now Picnic is 1 from Tenpai. That, I think, also puts...
Ooh, they're at 7.
Yes, I think that's fine. Alright, yeah, they're both on the same score, actually. So they're now 41,000 points down. And both Kyrill, Antonio, and Picnic are 1 from Tenpai at this point. So what needs to happen is Kyrill needs to draw one of his pairs and then be waiting on the other 2 pairs. Or he can adjust the hand. He could go for possibly Itsu. Which, you know, is always my preference, but I don't think that's necessarily the right move here. That's probably what he's debating and decided to just toss to 1 anyway.
Riichi.
Okay, reach across, waiting on a 3-6. Cuts the west wind. This is still fine. You cut a loose pair he doesn't want.
Riichi.
Okay, so this is now gonna be interesting. He can cut the 1, I think. He can cut the green as well. Yep, which he does.
Okay, the upper one.
Sumo.
Oof.
Super. That's fine. It's an okay result, but we're still... It's moving the game on. It's only 5,200. Gap is 33,000. We are perfectly fine with that. And ultimately moves the game on. So, we enter the south round. No Dora to speak of at the moment. 1 in both Antonio and Yulon's hand. So again, it's going to be cheap, but at this point we just want to try and close the game out if we can. Get rid of these since he's already got rid of 1. And also it's not a bonus this round. Kyrill is getting all the pairs. I don't know whether... He's not necessarily planning it, because it's just happening, but... If he'd have kept that, he'd have been 1 from 7 pairs Tenpai if he'd kept the easts, but... Inevitably the way it goes. Should have probably got rid of his white dragon a little earlier, because I noticed 1 was safe, but... Yeah. I mean, it's fine. He could be more aggressive and push for Toy Toy, but he also doesn't need to with that much of a point gap. The only benefit would be to kick off the 3rd place dealer turn, I guess, but... Another good draw. Get rid of the west. So, a pair of 1s, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 1 from Tenpai then. Fortunately, we'd have to reach for it, I think. Play the 9 here. Yep. So, this is where crafting gets a little into this. When is the next Paranoia session? Probably not for a long while, I'll be honest. I'm in the middle of moving house, really. Hence why I don't have my webcam on at this point at the moment. I'm playing things on my laptop. Friend Desktop is no more at this stage. I have no doubts we will be doing some Paranoia at some point in the future, but I cannot say for certain when that will be, unfortunately. Also, Harishin doesn't die in Paranoia. He survives. He kills everybody else with notes. And you didn't hear that from me.
Yes, we did.
I don't know what you're talking about, citizen. Also, it's better than the way you kill people.
I just try and stop trying.
Better than the way you kill people. It's at the end of every session, you just go, right, everyone must die. Oh, Ipeiko. Okay, he can take a silent Tenpai after 4 passes. It's a Suji. Oh, that's a big hand from Picnic, actually. Oh, I'm not sure about a reach here, but it's a good hand. Ipeiko, Riichi Peiko 7 and 1s. What do you?
So Carol needs.
Yeah, Kara needs 7 dot or a 1 so. But what the really. I'm trying to work this out here, but. Oh,
Carol
let's
has
see, Patsu. Yeah, if you look at the hand to the left, that is a full flush with Red Door and Reach. That is a massive hand if that was pulled off. That would probably bring him back into contention, especially if Kyril dealt that in. So Kyril got a bit lucky there. That's the sort of risk of taking a Reach on a nothing hand that somebody has. Somebody has a hand that is that good, especially in low positions, because they're going to be trying stuff like that. The good news is, he's just gained even more of a gap on third place, 45,000 points. That could have gone terribly wrong indeed. But it didn't. And that will just be known to me, and we will scare Kyril with that news when it comes back.
Carol, you almost lost.
Well, no, he nearly dealt into a hand that could have been Sun Baiman. So that's one step below a Yakuman. That would have instantly swapped the third and second positions if he'd have dealt into it. There's also the problem when you got long waits in one suit like that. You have no idea what you're actually waiting on half the time. You have to try and work that out backwards. But I think it was just a 7-8.
Who gets first call on a tile? Or is it just who can get...
So, calling order. There is a priority order. First off, a winning tile will always take priority over any call. However, there's no situation where ignoring the winning, it'll either be somebody trying to call a sequence versus somebody trying to call a triplet. But triplet takes priority. It's effectively an overcall if it happens. So both can try and announce it, but if somebody declares pawn on the same tile, they take it. Khan also, for the same reason, has priority over a sequence.
Yeah, that's
and if two people call pawn at the same time, then somebody has messed around with the tile set, and you need to go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's win, Khan, pawn, G unofficially, but.
It's quite impossible to get a pawn.
It's quite impossible for two players to try and call a sequence at the same time, yeah?
Yes.
Well, actually, it can happen in Japanese parlors, but only because they're playing so darn fast. But by the time somebody's already made and discarded, you've lost your chance at that first pawn, so... I'm slightly worried about Kyril here, but... Because that 6 looks very discardable. Depends where he wants to continue to advance the hand, or he's playing safe.
Then the other guy Picnic can call it.
Yeah, this is what I mean. He might just be playing safety here, and it looks like he is. Yeah, so he's folded, which is perfectly fine. The dealer has reached. This is the same dealer who got a really big monster hand last game. All we really want here is for points to be transferred between the other 3 players. So.
And we want to get to round 4 as...
Yeah. Dealer turn next.
As possible.
So now both of them have reached. So he's playing quick. He's playing quickly. Okay, Riichi Patsusumo. That's annoyingly from the player in third rather than the other player. We'd have preferred him to win, but it means there's no dealer turn. Oh, this is huge.
Ooh.
Okay, Baiman, but we're not the dealer, so that means the game is closer than we would like, but he's still got 24,000 ahead.
Yeah.
For consideration, that's a dealer Mungan deal in, but he doesn't have any more dealer turns, so we're still... The position hasn't really changed.
So it's killed the guy, then the guy next to him, and then it's over.
Yeah. Situation's not changed. We're still in a good position, and we just hope that the player across from us loses some points, or that Kyril picks up another win or 2. Because this is a great little hand he's got here, actually. 1 from Tenpai on 3-9. Not the greatest of weights, admittingly, but... And that's also a good little bit of tech there. He's now gone for the possibility of having a 1-2-3-4-4. He could also, if he draws a 1, go for a Sanchiku.
Oh, I don't like
that's a good draw. Up top looks horrible, but the hand's not there yet.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to worry too much about that. If he draws the 4 dot, he's in Tenpai here with a few options. Red Dragon's safe. It's 3 bonus tiles, but the important thing is he might even decide to try and race him here. We'll see. 4's not worth calling. 3's a good... 3's okay. Okay, so he's moving towards Pinfu with this, I think, or possible 7 pairs. Kokushi attempt. Yeah, there is a Kokushi attempt on the left. It's a desperate Kokushi attempt, but of course they all are.
You're trying to get all the honors.
Yeah, so he's going 13 orphans, so he's actually done 3 or 4 good draws on the bounce for that. But eventually, as inevitably happens, it just becomes impossible. That being said, he has drawn quite a lot of good ones on the bounce, which is not nice. Okay, so that's 9, 9, 9. Okay, so there's only 1 9 left. So it's East 9 and something here. Now, yeah, 1 East played. Carol needs to draw that one man here, really.
There's one there. One's been discarded. One's in Kyle's hand.
1-4, get himself into Tenpai. Try stuff.
He needs to draw the only one left.
West Wind is fine. Gets rid of the 5 rather than West.
He's gonna. Oh, he can't see that.
Yeah, he can't see that. This is the thing. I always try and consider this when I'm doing things. It's why I'm sometimes surprised by other people's hands every now and then. I try and just concentrate on what I know about from the player's perspective. But because obviously there are correct moves, there are good moves you can make, which actually because of a situation are the wrong move. But this happens more often than not when I'm doing this sort of commentary. I'm wondering if he's afraid of the Kokushi here. Because he's not played that West, and it feels like it should be a safe tile. Under most situations. Certainly.
I mean, the only one's been discarded.
True. That's why he's worried about it, though.
And that one man hasn't shown up yet.
No, he can take a 1 or a 4, actually. Chiral, but...
Was on the Saturday morning.
Risks it, passes. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't help him out massively. He still needs a 1 or a 4, or he can go for a 2-5 and get into Tenpai.
6, 7.
7 should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Tenpai doesn't really change much if he's Tenpai or not from here, but it's always neater when it happens. Because it means he can just go again. 9 called. Okay, so he can be Tenpai here if he drops the 4 dots.
1.
I don't know why he gave up the Tenpai with that. Is 4 dot particularly dangerous? I guess it could be.
Yeah, like...
There's not a lot of dot tiles out there, but... Okay, so no Tenpais. No objection with that. We go into the last hand.
No 4 has been discarded from what I saw.
It's also... Dot's tiles were quite... I mean, obviously the player on the left, Picnic was playing all of them because obviously Kokushi, but he was the only player playing dot tiles, so...
Yep.
That might have been on Kyral's mind, but I'd have still been inclined to take the Tenpai and just take some points. He might also be trying to just get out of the game, which is a perfectly valid tactic, 24,000 points up. Because we are competing for second, ultimately, so... Or top 2, at least.
Home.
And Kyra's now going to try for a quick win here. I don't think this is necessarily a good quick win hand, but only because he has to get rid of both the 1 and the 9 to do it. He does have 2 Dora, though. So Tanyo Dora 2 is probably fine.
What 9? Oh, that 9.
Yeah, that 9. We were wondering whether you were fully aware of those, actually, but he still has to get rid of that for Tanyo. But other than that, this is a quick this is a good quick hand. He just has to be tempted not to call the 8 if one gets played here. Yeah, still.
I don't think the upper player is going to discard that 4.
Oh no, he's not worried about the 4 from him, so.
Oh.
I mean, more likely than not, he's going to want a 5 or an 8 just to finish the hand off and get Tenpai, but he needs to do something with that 7-9 because he can't have the 9 in his hand and win with this. The only, I mean, he could go for a 6, 7, 8 in all suits. He can still do that, but he can't have a hand, legal hand, and finish at the moment. He might have just been putting some pressure on. I don't know.
Home.
Dealer calls East.
I'll need to go back and watch my game. You commenting on my
No,
game.
go for it. I mean, I am a little despairing at points in the East round, but actually you massively improved by the South. Your South 1 was just about perfect. And I know, as I say, you lucked into some Uradura, but you did everything correct in that circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here he has Tempai, but has remembered to get rid of his 9-7. Unfortunately, that 7's going to be deal in. Although, Kyrill's not here yet. Unless he's lurking. Yeah, Kyrill's not here yet, so I'm wondering if the game can carried on. Oh, for a 10. No, he doesn't have a winner. So he doesn't have a legal winning hand at this point, which is why...
It's possible that the dealer won, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. So this is why I'm saying the... No Yaku, indeed. So he got away with that. Carol still needs to get rid of his 1s and Souths and things, but this is fine. He's got 2 Dora. 3 Dora, actually, now.
Come on, thingy.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a dealer repeat, I think, based on the fact Carol hasn't said hello.
Wrong.
Oh, and that was perfect. Player in our most rival position loses another 5,000 points. Gap 30,000.
And since Kyril still isn't here...
This game continues on for at least another 5 minutes.
Yes.
Which I have to consider as a good thing as long as Kyril doesn't have a disaster. Okay, so there's a few risky things that I've noticed. The player on the left is almost certainly going to go for some form of Yakuman nonsense. I'm just trying to debate which Yakuman nonsense he goes for with that particular setup.
Yes, but if he went for Yakuman nonsense, Kyril would be here.
No, I meant the player to the left.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking at his hand and thinking, because he's so far behind, Yakuman nonsense has to be what he's going for, really. I have a feeling, though, that this is a little metagaming, but I feel that the dealer is going to win again.
Yes.
Which we don't mind as long as Kyril isn't being dealt into.
The one dealing, yeah.
Sumos are fine as well in an odd sort of way because the gap is maintained. Yeah, so the gap is maintained. We just lose ground to the first player and we can live without that. Second is more than good enough to get us into the semis.
Riichi.
Here we go, Riichi. So winning on 6-9. And all those tiles appear in the other 2 players' hands at the moment.
Yep.
Dealer Rampage. Oh no, Kyril. No. Oh no, he shouldn't discard that. He should got the 8 out of that. Yeah, that's more. Sumo. Everybody loses.
And since Kyril
that was a huge hand as well. And since Kyril isn't here, here's the thing. I don't know if busting out is a thing, but Picnic is on 54,000 points.
Does that mean you won't play at all?
That means I might not get to play. I don't know whether we still score below 0. I know that they were talking in the chat about blood and players being eliminated, so maybe it's a thing? Maybe I just don't have a game today. I just walk through the finals. Well, to the semi-finals at least. Actually, this is a really good hand for Kyril.
Quick, somebody make... And since Kyril isn't here yet, sure.
But since Kyril isn't here, I imagine the dealer has also got a good hand. He's about to get a better one. I wonder if Kyril just sneaked in without me noticing and is now just popping in and out and just checking that we keep making this joke. So, Pinfu Ipeiko is the most likely way that Kyril's hand's going to go. Can't call with it, of course, but it's still not too bad. Player up top has a half flush they're building towards, which should be worth a good number of points if they can finish it. Again, we're fairly certain they're not going to, because that's a Tenpai already from the dealer on a closed 4.
Home.
Okay, first call for the half flush. Carol shouldn't discard that because it's useful to his hand. Yep, he didn't.
Oof.
And since
And since
Kyle
Kyra isn't here
yeah.
yet, we assume the dealer rampage continues.
That was rough, but you know.
Rough! Rough! What happened? You're in prime position in second. If you said it's rough, what happened?
Oh, it wasn't that rough. We're still in second. It's fine.
Oh, good. That's...
Yeah. But that entire game felt rough.
No, that was perfect. Points exchanging by the other players. Dealer rampage from him. We're solid in second. 30,000 point gap. Nothing wrong with us. You saying that? I mean, oh dear God, he's dealt into a dealer Hanneman just before my game.
no.
G.
But it's like that game felt. It was painful.
No, that game felt perfect. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So 3-6 Tenpai for Kyril, who could tell us if he wins, but I hope doesn't.
I will not spoil.
Yeah, good job. Now I've got to ruin the job, in all honesty.
No, it's fine. You've got 20,000, almost 30,000 point gap. Just keep it.
Okay, what I'm going to have to do is some shenanigans with the setup now. We'll watch the end of the game, but then I've got to literally just...
Wrong.
yeah, there we go. Stop recording. Another deal in from the player in last, was that? Yeah. We prefer points from the other player, but you know.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I've got to hold 30,000, apparently.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's 30,000-ish. Oh, I should take a screenshot. I forgot.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't done that at all yet so far, so...
I can play the replay quickly.
Actually, I can see. So Picnic did get a score at the end, apparently. Off the dealer by the look of it. Okay, so because of that in setup, the game finishes as much as it is. Picnic gains about a Mungan hand from the player on the right, who's the dealer, and that ends the hand. So I'm going to use that as my excuse to kick out, and then I'm going to restart with a delay. You most certainly did. In fairness, there was one particular hand where you reached, it was only a 2 or 3 hand, which you won on the Apatsu. Do you know what the other player reached on?
What?
Shinitsu Itsu Dora. That was a Sun Baiman you nearly dealt into because of that.
Well, I didn't. So,
No, you didn't, but you gave me a really... My own panic from this. To be fair, he's been going for Yakum in nearly every other hand, so... This is like his third Kokushima attempt of this.
during the DDP, so I was just like, quick! Just open
the taps, try everything.
Anything, just give me a win! I want this to be over.
Okay. Somebody's going to have to keep a rough eye on my YouTube thing to make sure it's still working. It should be, but I need to know whether there is a delay on it right now, so...
So yeah, you've got...
No.
Yeah, just 3,100 points lead against Yulon.
Yeah, it's fine. I can give that up inside 2 hands.
Yes, but you might even take Antho. You never know.
Carol,
Yeah, I will be cheering for you, but oh goodness, these players are a whole other level
And
compared to
then
the
I'm
last.
going to-
Carol, I mean, really, you're losing all those points I've gained.
I did lose a lot of points, and I'm sorry, Egan. You did a good job getting those points to begin with.
But in fairness, you have increased our gap to third, sorry,
Yep.
so...
Yes, yeah, by just trying to not deal in for some of those hands.
Indeed.
Goodness.
I'm
Well,
I'm
my
going
delay
to-
should be starting in about 200 seconds.
like,
Come on!
I'll be right back.
Alright, no worries.
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, no Yakum in that game.
Well, you can't have it all your own way.
No.
But you only won about 2 hands in that game, didn't you?
I think I won a 4,000 and an 8,000. That was it. That was all I
That's
had.
fine. You don't need to do much more than that.
Well, I don't think I dealt in. I got sumoed a lot, but I didn't deal in anything.
No, but that's
almost
absolutely fine. You
2,000.
sumoed also when the Antonio was dealer.
Hmm.
Which is perfectly
Yeet.
fine because it meant our gap to other players was exactly the same.
Home.
So yes, lots of fingers.
Also, I like this sequence of events, even if it's going to lead with that.
Wrong.
Ash, should I be putting the thing in their chat? Oh, wait, no. You're putting don't count his chats.
You can do that if you want, but I think it might be already recorded, so...
Okay, that's fine then.
Alright.
Oh, goodness.
Alright, I should just
If
say
we make it to
round
the
3.
if we make it, sorry, to the semi-finals, I will laugh my head off.
I would
With
too.
Agan on our team. Agan did really well, though. I mean, you can't fault that.
Copy
That was
link.
really good.
Oh,
Okay, so will it be a new
it
team
might
page?
be the same one. I'm just waiting to see whether that happens. It should start in 102 seconds. I'm not sure what my current thing's doing at this point.
Okay.
If it all goes to pot, then I'll just start an immediate live stream somewhere. I'll just make sure I've got the page up for that.
Live streams. Yeah, I think it's the same one. I think.
It should.
'Cause
It
there's not
shouldn't
another one
change.
Okay. I do like how no matter what you do, you can never escape paranoia. Apparently,
Quite so.
according to the chat.
Quite so. I only have the once, but you know.
Okay, I will drop out then. But yeah, best of luck. I'll be watching
Indeed.
and judging.
Of course. I would expect nothing else than judgment.
Unless like that doesn't count as silent. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it's fine. I'll mute myself in a moment. You can carry on chatting here.
Let's
All right, my game is now beginning.
Okay.
I will
Go for
catch
it.
you in a moment or two. Being silent and doing some plans. And hopefully the thing will be continuing fine. Should be on a 305-second delay roughly, so towards the start of this. Also, for some reason my audio was just kicked out. Now we shall see.
Pom.
There we go. Okay, pawn worked. So, right, that was probably a bad move, but fine, we've done it now. Oh, my audio is all over the place. All right, get rid of a 9 here. So we're looking at Ipeiko Chanta, or Ipeiko Jinchan at this point, most likely. Ryan Peiko is an extreme end. It just sounds like my audio is completely off. Pon's working, apparently, and now we're going to have to play safe against him.
Pom.
So I might just ask for 9s here, be safe. Yeah, we're not keeping Dora at this point. If these two want to fight amongst themselves, we have no objection to this. Ipeiko. 3 dots also safe up top, so... Someone just confirm if the stream is definitely working. I know that won't happen for about 5 minutes, but... Yeah, we're gonna safety this one. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Kang.
Okay, Khan off the top as well, so all the gambling is happening. Yeah, I am not interested in fighting this one. So you can see 3-3, 2-2, 2 Chi off there. Okay, fine. Green Dragon's safe. Just taking a few moments to just confirm things. So we would guess half flush up there, but it could easily be Toy Toy something. One away from 7 pairs if we wanted to go for it, but... Okay, 7 pairs on the 7. Which is the new door, obviously, but... Five is safe up top.
Riichi.
Come on, 7 so. Okay, 7 so was also the weight up there as well. Okay, well I didn't lose any ground to them importantly, but we move on to another round. Alright, Dargan. But we've got to be aware that they are going to go for big things, and I should try and close out the game with little things. And that reaching when I can avoid it is probably not the best idea. Good luck. Okay, I imagine streaming is happening. That's good then. Okay, so we have a double bonus tile, so we can go for something quick here. Problem is, this is a bit of a mess in the middle, but
Home.
we'll see if we can resolve that now. So another good shape there. If we can get one more call, or pair up the green dragon as well, that would be perfect. We've done what I don't normally do and call from that far forward. I normally like to be a bit closer to a completed hand before I go for that. But that's very nice. Best of jamming us, indeed. Hoping that somebody's going to be jammy enough and toss me a red in a moment. We don't need a red, of course. Arguably same weight patterns here.
Home.
Okay, 10 pie on the 7. But of course we've got to cap the door if we can. So 7 dot for Dora, Dragon, East. And believe me, those 7s will be played if these two need to gamble it, so... Fine. Change of plans. Those 9s look safe, don't they? Doesn't really matter, but I'm planting a Suji. Okay, come on.
Riichi.
Reach across the table. Please be reaching on the door. No. How much of a risk is this? Too much. Going for it anyway. Stream is definitely working. Okay, thanks. 1 safe against him. Give me Dora. Or give me death.
ロン
39. And ultimately dealer repeat. Okay. Okay, unfortunate, but we had a Mungan. Just need to calm the game down a little bit and see if we can just ride this one out. Because now we're no longer quite in the safety margin. Oh goodness, why? I'm going to be doing a few more of those before we're done. I'm going to promise you that. Promise you that one. Okay, so we're still in East 1. This is not what we wanted at all. Could grab the red 5, but she will choose not to at this point. So, Ipeco Pinfu plus stuff. Probably not the best to do that particular discard, but we'll see. If we consider that the Ipeco is our best line over here, then that's something that's, yeah, okay, fine. Thinking. Okay, North was live, but obviously the only person who'd probably want that was players that we don't mind winning anyway, so... Okay, then.
Riichi.
Unfortunately, reach across.
Chi.
Which is being attacked, which is good for us. I mean, somebody else is more likely to deal into him. And we can play safe against both of them for a little bit. We have the 5, so we should be okay for the time being. And I'm also playing tiles that are safe to the players to our left as well, where I can. So I'm hoping that's the direction this is going to go.
Chi.
5, 6, 7 Sanchku. Seven's now been proven safe, which is good news for me because I was worrying what I was going to get rid of in a moment. Okay. I'm the only person not in Tenpai. Another bit of gap closed. 3 was the only weight there. A little bit desperate, but he's in a position to be desperate, so we're not going to say that's a bad move at this point. This is another okay-ish hand. 6, 7, 8 Sand Q is a potential high out, I think. But we really need to kick this player off a dealer turn. Hello, Rise. You join us in the quarterfinals, where Aegon has been phenomenal, and I have been a bit all over the place in the first couple of games. Not to the extent of ruining the game, but I have unfortunately had an issue where I dealt into a hand earlier. We shall see. Also, hello from 5 minutes ago. Alright, risk for dragon.
Boom.
We do, provided I don't fuck this up. I'm 1 from Tenpai with this hand, so it's not the worst. But equally... Okay, we can take for the Tanyo then. So this has the advantage of potentially being a 3-sided weight in a moment.
Riichi.
I shouldn't have reached. I don't know why I'm reaching. Because normal gameplay state says I reach here, but obviously this isn't quite a normal state. I do need to knock him off his dealer turn though, that is an absolute. But I had Tanyo, Dora, so I should have just left this. Reaching though gets me Mungan, so I can get all the points I lost back. I also have the ability to calm the 6s. There is no way on earth I'm calming that 6s. I'd love to score an 8 or a 5 off of you though. Simo would be fine because I get more points. Oh, I don't want to do that, but equally if I can eliminate him, I can't afford not to take these points. Knock him off a dealer turn, has to be done. Mungan. Gap up to 26 again. It was about 30. That's the gap that matters. There's this leader here, but we really don't care what he does. If he helps our cause, all the good. But we got rid of a dealer turn. One door in the hand. Play the dragon since it's turn 2. This is not a bad shape. We can definitely do something with this, but I've really got to just nail in do not reach. Alright, Dargan. It's only East 2. There is a lot of game to go here. White Dragon is safe. Gotta continue on that Nageshi. Gotta continue on that Nageshi. Yeah, I prefer to keep the 2-4 than that, because obviously that opens Tanyo. And we have a possibility of getting a 2-3-4 Sanjiku, so... And I guess we'll get rid of that as well. Ideally, we had 579, which is a useful enough shape, but we're still at the point of just getting rid of random bits and pieces. Don't think anyone wants north. Well, we're 9 in. Yeah, no worries. I mean, we figured it was a long shot with where you were anyway, but still felt it was best to at least send the invite, you know. Because you are definitely a member of the Tiles of Confusion community, and we're having a good day today. Cut the 1. We're now into Tanyo territory. And 2 Dora, of course. But I don't need to win this hand particularly.
Riichi.
Oh, we're going to go into endless rounds of dealer repeats, aren't we? What do I have that's definitely good against you? Not much. 5 is a Suji. North as a mare, you're probably not interested in it rather than anything else.
Riichi.
Oh, second reach. Come on, deal in. East is safe.
Sumo.
Okay, sumo is probably okay. It's not ideal, but... because it now means we can't really eliminate him, but it doesn't lose us any particular ground. We've still got this 27 gap. In fact, a bit more of the gap because he... yeah. Alright, south to start. I know it's our wind, but we don't need it right now. Okay, so... so we'll play the 9 out. And we shall see where this goes. One east has been played, so that should be fine. I have a possibility one. Possibility with Dora.
Riichi.
And we got another dealer rampage on the build as well. Alright. On the basis we're just playing our loose tile here. Right. So we're still 2 away from this, but... so we're trying to play our normal game a little bit. We personally have no clue what he's on, but we'll see. I need to pair something. He probably doesn't want low Manzu, but it's near the Dora. We'll take the risk. I don't want to fold because also folding means getting rid of Sozi tiles, and I only know one of those is safe. Paired up. Okay. 1 from the Itsu to end all Itsus. Four, 7 Pinfu. 3 Dora.
Long.
I don't want to take points off the leader, really, but, you know, he's going to offer them. I wanted my Itsu to end all Itsus, but I'll take a Mungan to stop whatever nonsense that was. Okay, so the gap now increases to 36. Okay. This is a great hand.
Pom.
South call by the player across from me suggests they're just desperate for points. I'm certainly hoping they're desperate for points and not going on for a nonsense hand with all honours or something silly. But I'm 1 from Tempai from here, so I'd have to reach it though. I'm going to say no. No. Whatever you're going to say about this, Draconis, the answer is no. No. Pinfu. No, it's not Pinfu, of course. God damn it, I should have reached that. See, there I should have reached because I had no choice and I'm a dealer. Or I'll just sumo. That'll do. 3,000. Oh, I'm glad you saw the Yakuman at least. Okay, so gap increases by another 4,000. Play Vidagon. Well, indeed. I'll be honest, I'm extremely happy that happened. I know you could tell I was really happy that happened. Not just because of gameplay circumstances, but because that was special. That was a really special Yakuman. At exactly the right time as well. Just a shame that the other streams weren't covering it. Also, what is happening with my levels of jam right now?
Pom.
Against 2 calls, I'm playing a bit cautiously there, but...
Chi.
If I can draw a 7 man, then that puts me into a Pinfu weight again.
Kan.
Here comes everything. And I promise you we are not discarding a single dot tile for the rest of this now. So we have to make those 9s work. Two-man odd option in contrast, but if we can't discard the 9, the only way we're going to make use of it is if we draw another one and get a pair of them. So we don't need this pair of 2s.
Chi.
He does, which is fine by me. And in fact, if he wants to start winning and actually taking an interest in the game that's going on, then that's perfect.
Riichi.
He, of course, has no reason to. Reach from the player who's closest to us. So another few points in the bank if he just randomly wins now. East, east, go. Okay, safe against both. 6 should be fine, so we'll play that. 5 should be fine as well, so we will play that. There's only one red, isn't there? Okay, red's fine now.
Sumo.
Okay, Sumo. That's not ideal because he's going to reach Sumo. Plus Dora Pin. Yeah. Never mind. I lose more points than everybody else, and more importantly, the gap has reduced back down to 28. East 4. 5 hands to go. 28,000 gap. We are, however, closer to the lead than we are to the second, so there's a part of me that suggests we should go for this. I'm ignoring that part. I'm ignoring that part hard. That's the part that made us get second last time, as it happens, and we'd have played a completely different set of opponents. Had a completely different set of results leading up to this. Aegon wouldn't have had the glorious had his glorious moment in the side of leading and winning a quarter-final round. So, you know. We're happy we're on this thing. Indeed. Absolute silence. Should also play the White Dragon. That's been safe for a couple of turns. Ooh, and it was passed, I think. Either that or there was a bit of delay. I think the player to the left is going for a Kokushi. That's the only reason why somebody would have passed a pair of them. So he has a pair of whites and is going for Kokushi Musou. Which, again, perfectly valid strategy here. We can get Tenpai if we can get something linked to those lot. If this is the Khan from ages ago, no. Oh, geez. Okay, 8.
Riichi.
Ooh, interesting. But I think that's definitely good against that. But if I'd have gone, they wouldn't have had that Ipatsu. Alright, the points are close enough that I don't really... Okay, dealer wins, fine. Just go for... You just go round again. We've had so many dealer repeats, though. Gap remains. Double Dragon. Double Dragon pair. This could be reasonably quick, but I couldn't really afford to call this red immediately if I wanted to go for things, so I'll have to call the second. At least until I can get this 1-2-3 Sanshikyu set up. See, now it's building. So now we've got a 1-2-3 Sanshikyu. With Chanter, obviously, so... if that's the hand I'm thinking of, that was actually a Kokushi I was debating, but, you know. Oh, it's actually triple call from over there, yeah. Of course that is.
Boom.
Yeah, we're interested in ending this quickly. And we still have Chanter as a thing. Untinate. It could be the until it bluff, indeed. Tempting, but I don't have a pair. Okay. We'll keep on the plan to get Chanter here. If the person first wants to start winning. Yes, I know that made no sense, but yeah, you get what I mean, though, in absolute context. He's just gonna, because ultimately he can just sit there and just get into the semis. His ticket's practically booked. I mean, he is a long way. That's a gap. It's a bit weird because obviously we've got 100,000, but yeah, he's, you know, he's significantly ahead, but that's not an impossible gap, which is why I'm just as worried about the people behind me. I also should not be pushing the Chanter here, really. Especially as 2-2 so's have gone. I really don't have any real outs on this. Okay, reach 6. We can at least discard all of these to be safe. Two dot would pass. 2 dot would pass, and I have multiple safe tiles. Nine. It's Fedora. I can't do it. Ah, slightly annoying, but fine. Because if I'd have made it go one more turn, I'd have made it. One more turn, and I'd have made that. But I will bet you any money he's waiting on this 9. All the 2s are gone, so if he's waiting on 1s, it's a weird wait. It's a pair wait, maybe.
1
But they'd also definitely be safe to play at the left, so we'll go for him.
ロン
Oh, we had a deal into the player in last. 1,000 points. You've closest player to us has lost 1,000 points. We actually gained out of that exchange. Good fold. And also we're now ever so slightly close to the leader, and we are importantly in the south round. 4 more to go. 4 more. 4 more to go. North. I'm going to force for dragon now. Somebody was debating it. Okay. Or maybe he wasn't debating it. I don't know. There's a 3 turns pass, so the white dragon is going to remain in our hand until... Okay, fine. The white dragon is going to go straight away because he's now safe. The hand's not great, but it could go to Tanyo quite quickly, depending on how fast I can fill in this bit. That's helpful. So 1 loose tile out of a Tanyo situation. Get that 7. Get one of those pairs that ready to triplet. Tanyo. Which we're not going to go for just yet, at least not there. Wouldn't be where we are in the East 3. Yeah, there've been a lot of repeats. This is the complete opposite to the sort of game we wanted. I could call that, but I'm not going to. Because I don't want to lock us in, reduce waiting tiles, and also 4 will now be safe to him if we need it. We're kind of playing a game that he's playing as well. Or 1 from Tempai, so if we can draw that, we can go into a silent 8-5 weight, or if we can draw one of those pairs, we'll be in a 7 weight. Not brilliant, of course, but... yeah, this will be better. So this increases what we can be waiting on a little bit. White dragon's safe. Only downside is if now we draw a 7, I think that's going to backfire on us, but...
Riichi
okay, reach across. Good news is the 6 is safe. So we're in a 4-8-3 weight, technically speaking, but no Yaku.
Riichi
So if I can just sumo the last 8, A4, or the last 3 dot, then we're there. 7 safe up top, but I think we're just going to go with the 3 that we know is safe to both. Then the 2, and then we'll probably toss the 1 after that. So yeah, there will be another... oh no, there will not be another dealer repeat. The player in last picks up some points. And because it's the dealer sumo, the player in the dealer position loses 1,000 more points than we, and our lead increases to 31,000. Long way still to go. But it's now far less likely for the player across from us to win. If we get to East-South 3, I think we're fine. This, however, is a think. Nothing is certain, and we could call for a Toy here, but as I don't have any triplets, I'm going to definitely, in this situation, ignore that calling. Okay. 6 dot after is 6 dot. As I say, if I can draw a triplet of either of these, then Toy is a thing we could have a go at, but I would only probably want to call the last. If I'd have kept all of those, I'd have been in 7 pairs, but okay. Player in the lead is now calling, so he wants to enter this game as well. Because once it goes past him, then he can be practically guaranteed that he's going to be safe. He's also last dealer, which has advantages in this format. Let's toss for Norths.
Home.
Okay, dealer with a red dragon.
Home.
Okay, dealer with 2 calls and starting to go off a little bit. We have 2 Dora, so things can potentially be done here. Let's get rid of a 9 since they're fine for the moment, or 1-9 and we'll see. Dora's been discarded. Chi. That's hinting at Sozu nonsense, and I wish I kept the 1 now, but...
Sumo.
Alright, Sumo it is. Unfortunately, not much I can do about that, but it also wasn't particularly valuable, and that won't change things. Okay, so the gap, important gap here is probably more significant, the 40,000, because he's the player who has the chance to repeat. I have 2 Dora in this hand, and I really don't need them. I'm in fact not even going to call that. If I was in the chasing the game situation, that would be mana from the gods. We're going for it, but this is not that situation.
Home.
Okay, I don't know what you're going for up top, but I am absolutely all for it, whatever it is. He might just be aiming for a decent hand and direct hit, and that's probably his best line. So I have to be aware of what he's doing, but if he just randomly wins, he's not going to do enough.
Home.
So, half flush in that suit, I think. Whichever suit he's using, Manzu or Sozu. Meanwhile, I've got a possible Itsu that I could try and run out. Or I could just go straight on Shinitsu. Okay, so we think he must be on Manzu because there's no Manzu discarded at this point. 2 calls, he's almost certainly on a half flush of some kind. He's now going to call that and probably be wrong. But...
Kang.
Carnage, of course. He's got the right to it. This is what he needs to do. Play out that 9. I think we might just be playing 1-2 next time. I'm just trying to avoid whatever he's up to. If I just avoid him, get to the end, move on to my dealer turn, be happy. 1 green dragon played, but I don't think that's safe enough yet. Okay, it's safe enough. 7 pairs is a thing that I'm now nearly in Tempai for. But I'm going to ignore it. I don't know I'm getting rid of Dora here. It's only because I'm terrified of what he's up to. And since one pass, the other will pass. Okay.
Riichi.
Okay, so we're going to have another dealer repeat from this. I'm going to use some thinking time a little bit here. Con on that. Okay, fine.
Wrong.
That could have been a lot worse. Gap to 23,000. And good God am I glad we didn't deal into that. Okay. So, Dora, dragon in hand. Half flush is a thing that we should probably be considering, but we'll probably discount. Those dragons are going nowhere. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Those dragons are going nowhere. It's possible for him to turn it around at that gap, but he's got 2 hands. He's non-dealer. I think any win from me probably makes me safe. That's the consideration I've got to put myself under a little bit. Any win would probably get me there. Green Dragon now safe.
Chi.
But if I deal into it a couple of times, even with a Mungan, that's going to make things dodgy. I'm going to say no to that. Toss the free. Need more drink. Okay, fine. What do we do in this situation? Get rid of the ones. So now we're in the position where we can go for it. If the white or red comes off. There's only one white left, so whoever's got that is just going to hold on to it. But or use it for a risky tile later. 9 and 8 could be played. So those who have been quite cheap.
Chi.
Okay. One goes there.
Boom.
Let's throw the dice. Because that's a Chinitsu on the left, but if he deals into that, then 8,000 open? 12,000?
Boom.
Last 8 or the last white. Both of which are absolute. Well, white certainly are safe tiles if this comes wrong. Any kind of tile that I look at and think no, we can say no and discard the whites. We can also sabotage our own Tempai if we need to towards the end of this. That's us done. So if the game ends in a draw, that helps things off. Eight safe to use, so last tile. The moment when something you say becomes relevant 5 minutes to the future. Quite so. So yeah, we're absolutely fine with this. This is best result in my opinion. One hand, he needs 24,000. That is a direct Hanneman. That is the only thing we fear. Direct Hanneman right now. If he can genuinely make something bigger than a direct Hanneman, that's his own business. But right now, whatever we can do to end this game, we are ending this game. We are not tossing dragons. I'll tell you what. Going into the semi-finals, we're going to have a discussion about who goes last, because this is stressful. This is stressful and far less fun than my normal attack. I mean, I did my attacking phase during the best of... well, during the pre-quarterfinals. I don't know what that round would necessarily be called. Best of 24, as it happens. I had my fun jam moments during there. The end of this has just been nightmarish.
Boom.
Okay, Dragon called. I don't think we mind that too much. Though there was the second one. Unfortunately, my audio is glitching, so I can't actually hear the sounds, so... I don't suppose that would make any difference, really. But I didn't spot a delay on that red either, so he must have just made that, I think. Alright, I'll play the white now. If he wins, then it's not going to do anything at this stage. He would need to hit me with a direct Sun Buyman. The worst thing for us is if a dealer decides he wants to win a game, I think, because I don't know if that ends it. Okay, so we're a couple away from just Tanyo win. Which might be what we end up going for in a few moments. I'm reading the chat and just how stressful that last hand was in general. Oh dear. Yeah, 5-minute delay on chat is a bit awkward, but unfortunately those are the rules of this tournament. So, oh, the dealer looks like he wants to win. God darn you. God darn you. Okay. We're going to play the 8-6 because I think that's the safer way to go and just be on the lone 7 if it comes to it. So I can call either the 2 or the 3 and be in Tempai on the 7, which might not be the worst move in the world.
Boom.
All 3 players have made calls. And we have Tempai. So we have Tempai on the 7 dot. There are 3 of those left that we can see. What can we do?
Boom.
Wrong 7. Wrong 3. 3 dot was played a couple of turns ago. A couple of them are up there. I don't think anyone wants them. Nine. We see 3 8s. Do we see another 8?
Wrong.
There was some calculations going on there, but I still wasn't certain that was the right move. It was the safest tile. how big could his hand have been? With that, I was seeing red Tonitsu, couple of Dora. I couldn't see a way I was losing more than that many points to do it. Oh boy. That, ladies and gentlemen, with my ranking of 1496, with a player of Agen's caliber, the awesome caliber that he actually showed, actually, in fairness, and Kyrol, have made it to the semi-finals of the team championship, because the tiles that are confused are the best at teamwork. And as Agen will tell you every time we play Dirt, we are the best team. I'm going to unclick that, and I'm going to look at the other game that's going on, because why not? This is just for purely entertainment purposes, but, you know, I might as well watch the other game that's going on. Oh dear. I'd be happier, but they're not in the chat, so I can't be entirely too happy at that. I'm just going to let them stress out the last 5 minutes and see me deal in. See me deal in and weep. But yeah, round looks good, and yeah, we lost points in every round except Agen's. Agen was the only one keeping us in there, but we have qualified in second place in Group C. This puts us into Match A of the semi-finals. And this is the last game going, I think, so this is to determine who joins. This is still quite close, actually, between the three. Just move to your perspective just for points analysis. I mean, the hand isn't good enough, but you got to go what you got to go at this point. So?
Is it over?
It's unfortunately over.
Ah. And?
You'll see in a few minutes. Yeah, sorry. I went for something that was really stupid. I shouldn't have done it. And ultimately I paid the price for it, so I'm sorry. Thing is, I made the calculations and I thought I'd be safe to him. I wasn't. But anyway, we're just watching to see who's going to be in the last semi-final while the chat catches up and gets disappointed. Yeah, for some reason my sound issues are now resolved themselves, but only for that game. For whatever reason they glitched slightly, at least from what I could hear. Might even be headphones that are the problem. These are just cheap ones. There's lots of carnage nonsense going on in this game. Double Khan. Naked weight. And he needs not many points.
Well, the first row's complete.
Yep, it's coming soon. All the carnage. Oh, 4-Khan draw. I wasn't quite 4-Khan draw, actually. Yep, it's coming up. So it hit Tenpai, so, you know, that was to Tenpai to win the game. So had to take that. I know it's only a 7-dot, but it was also safe against the dealer. Second call comes in. Oh, it's not this one. 3-dot safe. Because obviously it is safe. You can see that. And here we go. That 9, man, unfortunately, is going to deal in to this. A cheap hand that puts us with enough points to make the semis. Sorry I had to, sir, but you were trying to aim for spoilers, so, I have to punish you for that.
I knew you were pulling a leg.
Of course you did. The points are already in the chat thing you don't actually have access to.
Ow, stomach.
Indeed. Yeah, I just spent last few minutes trying to torture Aegon into believing we'd lost.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't believe him.
He says he didn't believe me, but he was sympathetic.
That was scary.
Was I believing you, not believing you, or ending up looking like a fool? Either way.
Well, I mean, I'd have been happy if you'd have been angry at me for losing you your semi-final place, but
But yeah, that was a good game.
we are semi-finalists, sirs.
We are semi-finalists. Hooray!
I don't know who should be more terrified of that.
Yeah, I'm incredibly terrified of that.
Just don't start Scream Mahjongs coming out.
But still, hooray! I guess. When is the semi-finals? It's fun.
Semi-finals is next week.
Next week. Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
And then if we make the finals, when something bizarre has truly happened.
So it was, yes. Just Aegon gets another accident somehow.
Oh dear.
Oh, but that game was so stressful. Even my one, when I saw that everyone was pulling away, I was like, it's so much easier to get to than it is to...
That's helpful. One player pulling away is helpful. You don't... As I said for that locale game, I was happy that he started actually doing something because, he didn't need to, but it was nice that he was doing it.
At least for me, anyway, it's so much easier to chase a lead than it is to defend it. Because that was... I
don't know. I've had some real regrettable points chases. But, yeah. Thank you very much, Draconis. Thank you very much, everybody who watched. We might as well watch the end of this, because I think this is the last game going on. And then we've got to see whether any of our games actually made the official stream.
I don't think so.
Oh. Look, we're getting into the semis.
We were in the semis, yeah. They
all we have to do for the semis is teach Aegon how to build a hand.
I mean, the semi is just 2 games, isn't it? Or, yep.
Yeah, so it's the same thing again. So it's basically another 3 Hanchan that we've got to grind our way out. But yeah.
Riichi.
This is the second time we've had an amazing day. I've had an amazing day 1 in a tournament.
Yeah, I know, right? I will take my games. I mean, I'm better than I was last tournament.
That last hand, though.
Yeah.
I mean, as I was talking to Aegon, I had to go for that because it was 10 by ultimately. So 10 by end the game, resolve anything. The 9 I figured was never going to be enough for the player up top, and he had an open half flush. He had a couple of door as well, maybe. That'd be 12,000, but I wasn't going to lose enough points to drop me below that. I was more worried about the direct hit across the table, in all honesty. But it seemed unlikely.
The last game right now, there's a 10,000 point difference between first and third in South 4.
There is. And the dealer's in one of those enviable positions at the moment. Where he's got enough points and he now needs to end the game safely. Which is really bad because I don't think you can end the game safely here. You have to go for more points.
Sumo.
And that will be game, I think. Sumo from the other player. That's going to be it.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't need that many points, so yeah.
There it is, yeah.
There it is. The tournament is done.
Hey, think any of these people will study the games?
They might. Depends how serious they're taking it. I'm perfectly planning on studying some of mine.
No, I meant other people.
Maybe. Certainly something we could do.
No, I meant I find it funny that people will attempt to study how I play.
Yes, there are people going, Aegon, he got a great game that guy. How did he do it? Let's have a look.
I did look at the point scores because they now actually put those on the spreadsheet. But yeah, we did lose points in every round up except for Aegon's.
Yes.
So Aegon, you were genuinely top performer. However, I would point out in our defence, because I have to point out in our defence, the gap to third did increase in every single game.
Yes. Yep. That was the goal.
Was the goal.
Yeah.
But
you did not go to third. You win.
We did not go to third, therefore we win. And the thing is, we got to again try to.
Sorry, Oxford.
Actually, yeah, I didn't even register who we'd beaten.
the people who went along were the host team. They ran with it. But,
Yeah.
you know,
We knew they were going to go. They're going to be strong,
Yeah.
but we beat Oxford.
he beat Oxford.
For the glory of Kent.
Indeed, Kent U
And
has
also
beaten
Oxford,
Cambridge U.
I guess.
Oh, dear.
goodness. So both the FKMT's teams made it through. I don't know who they are, but
Oh, the
presumably
FKMT
they
teams
know.
are the people who do that. We actually have one of those in our game, the main one. We also have Luxac again. We've already beaten those. So
They made it through. Hey,
Luxac
good on
made it
them.
through.
Good old Luxac. Proud of them.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to end the stream here because obviously 5-minute delay and everything is going to be slightly confusing. So thanks for joining us, those who did, and we will be back next week. Surprising everybody.
That was tense. It was good. But tense.
Is this final next week or the week after?
They have the semi-finals and the finals on the same day if you make it. So, but yeah, we're not getting ahead of ourselves on that front just yet.